welcome to the Late Night Show with Matthew Bennigan, sponsored by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. It's 1997, but we are on the brink of a huge scientific discovery with intranasal vaccines. Tonight we'll have a guest for you, Dr. Brianna Wilder, here today to talk to you about her cutting-edge research in that field. But before we get to that, let's talk about a really new topic. Let's talk about the Bill Clinton affair with Monica Lewinsky. That's really going to make things saucy coming up here in the upcoming elections. But let's introduce our guest for the night. It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Dr. Wilder, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
No problem at all. So tell us, what is this new intranasal vaccine that we hear of? Are injectable shots, are they a thing of the past?
Well, intranasal vaccines are really showing a lot of promise, and especially from our study, we found a lot of good things that can be used in the future. As far as different from what we normally think of vaccines, going in and getting a shot with a needle, intranasal vaccines are a mist that you shoot up into your nose. So it's a lot easier and a lot less invasive. The great thing is the virus is modified, so it won't get you sick, but you'll still get the immunity that you're looking for.
That's what I like to hear. I hate shots, and I know a lot of you out there probably hate shots as well. So I guess just tell me a little bit more about the vaccine you use.
So the vaccine we use is called attenuated, and what that means is it's still alive, but it can't get you sick. So you won't get symptoms when you get the mist in your nose. Instead, you still get the immunity, and that's because it activates your mucous membranes, and so that's what's in your nose, and activating that can give you the immunity you're looking for.
So did you use an influenza virus?
We did. We actually used 3 in our experiment, 3 different types, and how we went about finding those was looking at research and what types were most common in the population the past couple years.
That's crazy. I only thought there was one type of influenza virus. I never knew that there were multiple that were going around in society. That's just amazing. So I guess tell me a little more about the study then. How did you guys conduct a study like this?
So we asked for participants by a variety of means, and we got a lot of different people involved, and we had exactly 4,561 healthy working adults between the ages of 18 and 64. 3,041 of them received the vaccine via the mist, and the other 1,520 of them got a placebo.
So you're going to have to explain that a little bit for us, because not all of us have that nice little doctor title in front of our names. What's a placebo? What does that mean?
So a placebo is basically a control group. It's what you compare your results to in an experiment. The people who received the placebo actually did not get a vaccine. Even though they think they did, they still got a mist up their nose, but there really wasn't any vaccine or virus in it. And what that does is it allows us to compare our results to them to see if there's significance in the difference. And so what that experiment is called is a double blind. So the participants didn't know what they were receiving, but also the people giving them the vaccine didn't know.
That's really interesting concept. I never would have guessed. So I guess with this data, how did you begin to collect all of it? How did you go about those means?
We really relied on self-reporting data. So all of our participants would report to us any flu-like symptoms they received, which included sore throat, cough, runny nose, all the type.
Yeah, I think we can all say we've been there, having that cough and runny nose and those pounding headaches. So I guess, how did you analyze this data, and what did it really show?
Well, from these reports, we really kind of analyzed this data to see what it could tell us. And from that, we found that the vaccines people received actually did significantly decrease the symptoms that they felt. And so we had 2 classifications of illness, the first being severe febrile illness, which basically means that they had flu-like symptoms for 3 days or more, or they were non-severe febrile illness, which means that they had symptoms that were less than 3 days long lasting.
Oh, that sounds really interesting, I guess. That makes sense, because this intranasal vaccine, I guess that'd be similar to how we would come in contact with the virus, right? Just direct exposure
Absolutely.
To our mouth or nose.
And the cool thing with that too is that we also found that getting the intranasal vaccine and activating those mucous membranes allowed for cross protection. So we previously were talking about those types of influenza that we decided to use in our experiment actually did not match what was commonly found in society at that point in time. So even though there wasn't a high match rate between the types, there was still protection and still some immunity found.
That's crazy. I love to hear it. Well, we appreciate you coming on our show. I know everyone here in the audience really appreciates it. All of you guys, please stay tuned after our commercial of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. We will get more into the Bill Clinton scenario coming up, and then we'll also tell you about what's on tomorrow's late night show. Thank you.
How domino champ Charlie Armstrong eats a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. There's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.